All good. One. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Creative Talk podcast with me, Jan Santos. And today we have a very special guest. I am a super fan of this person. First, very beautiful, very humble, guys. Multimillionaire,
Soon to be.
empire. Yeah, empire builder. She is a tycoon. Why? Guys, our guest for today is a CEO, of BrandUpWise, which is established company in New Zealand and now in Australia. Guys, imagine that. So we are in the presence of your holiness.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Let's all welcome, guys, our very special guest, my good friend, business partner. I am a fan, very humble, very talented. Let's all welcome LATHA KARTHIGAA. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'm very happy to be a part of your show. Thanks for inviting me.
Yay! Yay! So before we start, guys, this episode is being streamed live on Twitch and on YouTube. We also are running a test live that is solely solo cam, so that's only me on TikTok. So wow, Latha, we have we're climbing up the ladders on TikTok now. So we have like 20 already watching. So
Hi,
let's see.
everyone.
All right. Before we jump on the meat of the topic, Latha, I am excited. I know your story. We've had a long conversation, but I know our viewers and listeners are excited to really know who you are. The person behind the brand, the person behind the success, the person behind this powerful name. Who or what influenced you to be in this position of greatness that you are right now? Tell us your story briefly, my friend. The floor is yours.
Sure. So let's start from where I was born, okay? Because that's where all the story came out. So I was born
Mm,
in India. Even when I was in my teens, I used to make those teddy bears, and yeah, I used to sell it to the medical representatives who buys it from me and sell it to the and give it to the doctors, not sell
mm,
it. I give it to the doctors. So even at that time, even I had the passion of doing business, but because of parents were like, oh, you should go and study, be into
right.
technology. So I studied engineering, and um, around 2013, I moved to New Zealand to
Mm,
do my research degree. As soon as I finished, this business is always there. It's not the only thing I did. I tried so many things in the
right,
meanwhile.
right,
Then one fine day in 2018, I said, like, I quit my job, and
right.
I thought, okay, I have to now focus, otherwise I'll regret later.
Wow.
So that's when I started BrandUpWise.
Mm,
And even BrandUpWise was not like a first day story, like I was trying something and it didn't work,
mm.
trying another one didn't work. One fine day I went and worked for someone, and
Ooh,
BrandUpWise was born. It
wow.
was, yeah. So after 5 years, we started our second office in Melbourne in April
Wow.
2023. So
Which, by
that's
the way, guys, people on TikTok and people on YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, and Apple Podcast, she mentioned Lava here mentioned her second office in Australia, right, Melbourne. I had the opportunity to see a glimpse of where it's located, guys. It's amazing. You have this like a lush garden in the middle of the city where a tram passes by. It's just like a movie setting, and that's where the office is located. So prime lot. That's why I'm so excited to finally visit that place because it's amazing. I'm excited also to see the New Zealand office. So how that was the first office, right? How many years before you started the second office?
so it took me 5 years because
Ooh,
of COVID.
yeah.
Um, so it took me 5 years. A lot of
Wow.
learning, Jan.
Wow, yeah. Empire builder.
I have done everything like sales, marketing,
Right, right.
operations, delivery, hiring,
Mm,
firing,
mm.
accounting.
Wow.
You name it, I have done it.
And now you're venturing podcasting, right? running your own show. This is for everyone that is listening and watching, guys. We are going to be launching very, very soon. The trailer is done. Platforms are ready. We're just, slowly pushing it. Guys, stay tuned. Latha here is going to. I'm not gonna plug the name here, but I'm just teasing you guys. For everyone that is listening and watching, watch out for her own podcast, her own show to be released. It's gonna be amazing. It will help you in your journey, in your business, in your life. Her stories that can inspire. There's a lot of twist in this show. So stay tuned for that. Before we continue, Latha, I'm excited. You mentioned that you started this company named BrandUpWise. Two offices in two different countries. That's amazing. A lot of employees. Why BrandUpWise? I'm just curious. Why BrandUpWise, and what is BrandUpWise?
Sure. It's brand is like business, up is like grow,
Mm.
wise wisely. So it's like growing a brand wisely.
Wow, there you go. I didn't know that. Wow. Grow
And
your business wisely, right? Love that. Love that. See, guys, if you want to see, I'm not promoting you. I'm going to send my invoice, okay, Lata? If you want to bring your business, wisely, grow it wisely, connect with Brand Up Wise, our new sponsor, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Lata. Clearly, you are one of the best person to talk about, bringing your business to the next level, starting up. If you want to start a business, everyone that is listening and watching, if you want to start a business, if you want to venture in the entrepreneurial adventure, or you're stuck, right? You need to connect with Latha, and you need to listen and watch this episode, because we are going to talk about some of the important steps, the stepping stone that can make or break your business in 2024, this year. All right, so why digital marketing can make or break your business, and what is digital marketing? I'm excited to know and learn. Latha, the floor is yours.
sure. So the ultimate aim for anything that we do for our clients or even for our brand is all about making the life of a business owner a bit more easier.
Mm,
When I say that, it is all about attracting the leads organically,
mm, yeah.
without a lot of effort
Mm,
from their side. So we will take care of everything. And also making the operations, because as soon as the leads come in, the next thing is all about how do we take care of all the leads?
oh
How do we convert?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if you convert as a client, you have to think about operations,
Mm,
how to do all of those. So our thing comes from getting them leads until how to take care of them as a client.
right.
So it's all about giving the freedom to the client and for them to being independent and for them to be a owner rather than a worker in the business.
Right,
That's
right.
a short form about us. We help clients go through it.
Mm,
And if you see how I built everything in the last 5 years is fully experimenting every single thing.
right.
Because in marketing, it's not one thing will give you results. Even you are here,
Yes.
Dan.
It's
There
not a
are
one size fits
Spotify.
all strategy, right? I love that you mentioned that. A lot of people, let me just interject on that point, because a lot of people, they're still doing, well, we cannot blame them, because, we need experts like you, right? But a lot of people, a lot of business people, entrepreneurs out there, they are still doing the same thing, like in marketing, back in like 5 years ago, and they think that it still works because at one point of their business journey it did work, right? But I love that you end, or they watch someone, a very successful person, and they think if they will do the method, the strategy in marketing that that person did, it may work with them. But I love what you highlighted, and you said that it is not a one size fits all strategy, meaning you need to figure out and test it yourself what works with you, or on the opposite side, what does not work, right?
Mm. And it also differs based on business types, whether it's a
Mm,
product based business, service based business, and also even the country, because we have worked with clients in Australia, New Zealand,
mm,
and the UK. So, depending on the country, depending on the season of the year,
right.
it's so many things. So, our intention, even our team, is all about finding the right possible method
Mm,
of bringing the leads in organically.
wow.
And same, if you see now, you are putting up the video on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok.
Yeah,
It's like the same. We need to be in almost all the possible platforms because everybody is different.
right.
So that's us, digital marketing, to bring in leads and make sure the life of the business owner is full of freedom
Mm.
and he can do work on the business.
Wow, I love that. I love that. There's a message here from Instagram,
Mhm.
from our friend Aya Nice. Well, that's the account name. Aya
Right.
Nice. All right. Um, any tips, basic tips that you can give? The question is, hi, can I have like basic tips for digital marketing? So I guess it maybe Ionize is a startup business. So
Sure.
basic tips that you can share in terms of digital marketing that they can use. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay. So after all these years of research and
Mm,
finding out, number one is the product is so much more important because if we don't have the right product, you will end up marketing so high and high and
mm,
wasting the energy of marketing. I'll give you a quick example. There is a recent brand going on which is called urla.com.
okay.
What they have done is they brought together all the sweet and savory snacks of different part of the cities in South India.
Wow.
Everybody wants to try the snacks that is
Right.
favorable for different cities, right? Like, so they brought all those together in one place and made it as a product. And you don't even need marketing. Someone comes and
Yeah.
tell you that this exists. Marketing cost is almost zero.
Wow.
So
And the turnover is so high, right?
yeah,
Wow.
and the profit will be very high because
Yeah.
the marketing is where most of the revenue goes in.
Mm,
So product first, Aya. That's the number one. Second thing is even for that same product I told you, the second part of the equation is telling more people about it. You know what those people did for that product, the
mm.
box of sweets and savories? They send the box to influencers with 5 to 10 million subscribers.
Oh,
That's it. Boom.
wow.
Like it's so impactful. So the product and the marketing king.
Love that. Love that. So thank you. Thank you. Ionize. That is like powerful tip that you can really focus on. Focus on the product and, tell a story. It's easier said than done, but
Mm,
if you really hone into that, I'm sure it will help a lot.
mm.
Another question
Sure.
from Randbo. Rand
I
with a
ran
D and B-O. Randbo. It sounds like Rambo.
Rando. Yeah. Hi Rando.
All right, all right. The question is, well, this is a bit personal. Focus on Latha. What is the most unforgettable experience when you started your business? Something that you will never forget. I'm assuming this is, something could be a failure. That you will never forget when you were starting.
Um, there are so many failures, Jan,
Mm,
like in thousands of places. Um, Unforgettable.
something that really made an impact, almost broke you.
Um, I think one important thing is it's like we have to be very personable with other people. Like we should have the able to collaborate with other people because
Mm.
people is power.
Uy.
It's not just the team, it's not the clients, it's not the other business, it's anyone, even being collaborative enough on LinkedIn,
Mm.
even collaborative on social media. I think when I realized the power of people, um, it's a huge change.
I love that. I love that
And
you mentioned the power of collaboration and the importance of building a community, right? Especially in this year and the generation to come. Um,
that's why I started hiring also, Jen.
right.
Because after hiring, we are using other people's time wisely.
Yes,
And
yes.
that has grown the business significantly. So, people, understanding the power of people,
Mm.
something very close to my heart.
I love that. People in TikTok, Latha just said, because they cannot hear you. This is just, the behind the scene of my cam. Latha here, guys, if you want to really know about Latha in this episode, everyone on TikTok, please go and check it out on YouTube right now. So that's funny. I'm asking them to jump platform and leave TikTok and go to YouTube. All right. No, Lata just said the importance of if I will rephrase it, right? If you want to be successful enough or really push forward in this entrepreneurial journey, you really need to understand the importance of a community, right? The importance of people, the importance of building relationship, connecting and making an impact. Why? Because the people around you can really help you, right? And you in return can also support them. A good example of this is us, right? um I'm helping her. This is long before our partnership, guys. I'm helping her, putting the spotlight on her, and in return she will, give her knowledge and values. And it, just connect with people that is happy to for you to be successful. If the people around you is the opposite, full of toxicity, full of pride, and always about them, then it's best to just turn the other way and let them rot. No, I'm just kidding. Let them be. Uh, um, you mentioned building a community. Can you share something about our community, Latha, so that the people, our viewers and listeners, can have an overview of what is a community and how can it help me achieve success? Can you give them an overview of how our community, your community in BrandUpWise operates, so that they can have an overview?
Sure. So when I say community, it's not like people who are watching you, following you. It's much more than that.
Mm,
For me, it's even our team. Like they are that's a power I have, like they just do what I want to do. Then even our clients and their extended network of
yeah,
people, because when we do the great thing for them, their network knows about it. And it is also about the people watching from outside. There are
yeah,
so many times people come and say, hey, I watch your posts on LinkedIn. I'm
right.
like, you never liked or commented on it. So um it's like we cannot do anything alone.
mm,
We need people. And even if it's not about the work they do it for you, it's just about standing next to you and cheering you up.
oh, I love that. Thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
saying that, Lata. That is like a power bomb right there. Mic drop. Guys, people on TikTok, it's if you want to be successful, yes, do connect with the right community, but have this mindset that you're not just connecting with people because there is something in return, of what they can do. If they're an expert or they have a business, they have a huge following, it's because of connecting with them, because of they're just happy to cheer you up. They're just with you, having a good time. And that's one thing that I love with our community. This is a community on LinkedIn. Me, Latha, Martin, there's a lot of big names. And guys, I am a speck compared to the following that these people have on LinkedIn. Latha is Laugh in one session, guys. Latha can have like 100 of attendees in a snap. And Martin, they're huge on LinkedIn, massive following. I'm a speck, I'm a little frog on top of, a huge tortoise, a big gorilla. That's how small I am. But the good thing about it, it's, that's not where the focus is at. We're just celebrating each other's success, may it be small, medium, or large, giving values. When I usually post like silly pictures of me, and you will see comments from big people like this guys, and they're saying, "Wow, that's nice," and sometimes you really need people like that who would just be with you and celebrate you without anything in return. So,
Mm,
guys, that's for me, that's like full authenticity, full full transparency, and that's really going to help you push forward in life. Latha, before we go to the next part, I want to focus on, remember we mentioned about, if anyone listening or watching wants to start a business, they're in that part of their lives where they know they want to start being an entrepreneur or start to push a small business. Anything that you can give, a giveaway takeaway tip for them to follow.
sure. Um, they should first realize it's a very long journey.
Mm,
A minimum success. You would have seen many people are succeeding like 1 year, multi-million. That's like one in million chances.
right.
So one thing we need to know is if we want to know the full business game, it takes time.
Mm,
Takes a lot of time. If you really want to sustain. So patience first, the perseverance. Even after 2, 3 years, we will still be in the same position.
mm,
But we have learned so many things. So first thing first, it's a long journey. We have to just stick to the game. I'm
mm,
not gonna go away. I'm learning everything. Although it is not like straight line, it's like ups and downs, but
mm.
I can see we are growing. So understand that minimum 7 years you have to put a full focus.
Wow.
The reason is because there are so many elements to a business, like
Right.
sales, marketing, hiring, training, creating processes, operations, delivery, HR. There are
Mm,
so many elements. As a strong business owner, we should at least learn the basics of each of these.
right.
And when you start, you won't be able to afford someone else to do it for you.
Yeah.
So you have to sometimes get in and do it. You have to learn a lot
Mm,
every day. You have to learn a lot. So it's a long journey. If someone cannot enjoy this, if someone is there only for it, for the money that it's going to give them, it's very difficult. You have
wow.
to have the passion of enjoying the process. For
Mm,
us, it's the enjoyment. Like every day finding an answer to every single thing is an enjoyment for us. So someone who will enjoy it, who doesn't have a problem of like, okay, they should be at least financially little bit okay,
right.
so that they can put that time. So perseverance, top.
Wow. I love that. I love that. So, guys, that is something that you need to really focus on. If you want to start a business, if you want to start this entrepreneurial journey, this adventure, have in mind that this is a long game, right? It's a marathon, not a race, right? And for you to persevere, the only thing that you can do is love what you do. Because if you don't love what you do, you will be dragging yourself every day to really stand and continue what you're doing. And on the opposite, the flip side is if you love what you do, it's going, every day is going to be an adventure. Every day is a wonderful journey. A perfect example of this is me. I need to wake up, like when I started the podcast, is I need to really wake up like early in the morning, start a podcast, do the work, like everything is on me, and then stay up late because we need to record another podcast. And the naysayers will be there. I remember there was a time, Latha, when I started the podcast, it was not, video and audio was not the thing back then. It was, I don't know if you're familiar with carousels on Instagram, those images, like 5 to 10
Oh,
images. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
We do that. We have a community there, but it was like images, graphics were the king, right? And I started doing podcast, video, audio, and a lot of people will say, "What are you doing? It's not the thing that you need to be focusing on." But if you have the dream in you and you know that you were created to do that and to stand out, just focus and forget about the naysayers. You love what you do and you believe on it, right? So you persevere. And lo and behold, TikTok came. You guys on TikTok, say thank you to that platform because it came and revolutionized everything. Lo and behold, we are now focusing. Every creators in the world is playing with video, right? And podcast is now one of the highest, like podcasting, blogs, vlogs, posts. Podcasting is the very top of the ladder when you want to talk about brand. So now we are almost like 300 plus episodes with sponsors. Not because I'm good, but because of people like Latha, people like you, listeners, viewers, people on TikTok who are supporting, sponsors who are believing, and most of all, like what Latha said, you love what you do, right? You continue even if nobody continues, nobody loves what you do, you just continue, you persevere because you need to love what you do. This is a long game. So Latha, thank you. Thank you for renewing our mind and really giving us the the refresher that we need for us to really succeed or at least continue this journey, right? Anything that you want to add for all our listeners and viewers in terms of this new age of entrepreneurial journey, because it's not like before, right? You can start a business even if you're tucked away in like the most remote area, inside a room, under a garage. Anything that you can share a last tip from an expert, successful entrepreneur like you, Latha.
The business, as I said, business is a long game.
Mm,
So it is important to focus because we need a lot of clarity while we're thinking. So I focus a lot on healthy eating and healthy lifestyle, exercise, food, and staying away from all the bad habits around. So I think that's so much more important.
I love that. And guys, if you will um yes, she is posting Latha is posting on Instagram and LinkedIn those she mentioned about this food prep and that made me hungry. Like wow, wow. And that would be another teaser. We will be making videos behind the scenes of those food prep. If you want to be successful in life and in business, you need to stay healthy, right? And food prep is something that Latha is really good at. I love that you mentioned that, Latha, because it's not about hustle and bustle, right? Yes, we need that to really have a successful business, but it's very important also to take care of yourself, right? Guys, Latha here really push the level of being healthy, preparing food, and she's gonna give us tips in her podcast about how to prepare, food on the go, healthy things like that, whatnot, and that's very very needed. I have also a share in terms of you mentioning being healthy. Before like I consume like 4 to 5, let's say normal 3 cups of coffee, but if I have podcast recording like this, I maximum consume like 5 cups of coffee. And I tried this productivity shot. It's matcha, and it really changed the way you boost your stamina. From 5, I now consume 1. Right. So how that magic happens, I don't know, but you can check it out, guys, because of Magic Mind. Sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, that's the point here, guys. If you want to be successful, you need to connect with a healthy and loving community. Understand that business entrepreneurship is not a race, it's a marathon, right? You need to persevere. And if you want to be successful and to reach that next level, you need to take care of yourself. You need to stay healthy. You need to find ways to renew your mind, rest your body, and rejuvenate your soul. May it be in games, in terms of Latha, she's preparing food, giving food for everyone, sharing content about it. As long as it could help you be 100% efficient, you need that in order for you to be successful. So I think I summarized all those tips that Latha gave. Thank you. Thank you so much, Latha, for giving us your time, sharing us your knowledge, and really dropping knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb.
All good. Thank you, Jan. Thanks for inviting.
But we're not done yet, my dear.
Oh, really?
People
Okay.
on TikTok, we're not done yet. People on YouTube, Twitch, we're not done yet. All right. I need to say Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. I love you. We are now in this part of the show that we will play a game. It's a tradition here. We call it the Creative Fast Talk. How this game works, I will be asking you questions or, choices, and you're not allowed to spend much time thinking what the right answer would be. First word that comes into your mind, boom, shoot. Ready?
Oh, perfect.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Number one, sun or snow?
Snow.
Yay, she likes the yes, of course. Coming from New Zealand, who would have picked like the sun? All
No, it's
right.
the other way around. I'm from India, so I don't want
Oh
snow.
yeah, yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Next,
Mm,
Lafa, are you structured or chaotic?
mm, structured.
Wow, you need to be, right? So you can like organize everything. All right.
Makes the life easier.
Next, love or money?
Love.
Love. Very good. Very good. If you were an animal, Lata, what animal would you be and why?
Polar bear.
Polar bear. Why?
The I am. They're so cute.
They're so cute, and yet they're
And
big, and
very
they're a
small.
bear. They're gonna tear you apart and eat. They're predators, right? So
So they're very resilient.
yeah, they are. Yeah, given that they're living in a harsh environment, right? The
Mm.
arid cold, and their numbers are dwindling. So wow, love that, love that. So see, I'm promoting. This is the side of the Creative Talk podcast. We're talking about entrepreneurship, and yet we have like side notes of animals. This is like BBC and National Geographic. We need sponsors, so thank you. Next, Latha, which do you like the most? Popcorn and movies or dinner and dancing?
Um, movie and
Popcorn and
dancing.
movies, right?
No, no, movie, but I don't want popcorn.
Oh, okay. So
But
okay, you
for
mentioned
dancing.
you mentioned movies. Name your top three movies of all time for you.
I don't watch a lot of English movies, so mostly Tamil.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chinese movies.
Hey,
Anything
there's a
Japanese.
lot of Bollywood movies that are very good. I There are movies now that are being included in Amazon Prime that were I don't know the background of it, but it looks like it's from Bollywood, Hindi produced, and it's very nice. The storyline is good. Of course, it's subtitled or some are American dub, English dub, so that we I can understand. It's like Korean, Spanish, but now there's a really good flow of Bollywood movies. I love the plot, and how they make stories. The effects are it's like high budget, film. So love it. But there's always dancing, right? There's always dancing and singing
And colors. You see a
and
lot of
bright
colors.
colors. There was like I was watching this one movie. It's a series, by the way. It's in is it? Am I saying the right term? Hindi movie? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Hindi movie. And then it was like a spy movie, like Mission Impossible Tom Cruise style. And then in the middle, there's like like dancing with red, all of out of nowhere. These spies just dance and sing, and I was like, okay. And then after that, back to the killing. But love it, yeah. All right, next, Latha, what are you afraid of?
Heights.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay, there you have it. If you are a business owner and you are on the third up floor of your building, forget about connecting with Latha. She's
Yeah,
afraid of heights.
if it is a safe thing, I'm fine. I don't mind flying aeroplane. They're all fine as long as I sit safely.
Ah,
No bungee jumping, no
right.
skydiving, no viewing from the
Oh
top of the
yeah.
sky.
Oh
No.
man. When I was
If
in
I
Dubai, we were me and my family, my wife and my little boy. I think he was like I don't know 4 or 3 years old. We went to the highest, the tallest building in the world. I think that building is still holds the title of the tallest up to now. Um, the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. And there was a part there that the floor is fiberglass that you can see like the bottom.
Mhm.
You should try that, Latha.
There is one actually in New Zealand also on Sky Tower,
Wow.
but I was so strong enough to stand on that.
There you go. There you go, girl.
Very scary,
Nice.
but I did that.
All right. This last question, Latha, may be something serious depending on how you take it. All right. If you have the power to bring back someone back from the dead, who would it be? Anybody. Who would it be and why?
Mm,
Or
Steve
not
Jobs.
use the power at all?
Steve Jobs.
Ooh, yeah, we were having a conversation about that a while ago. All right, for everyone on TikTok, if you have the power to bring back someone back from the dead, who would it be and why? Latha here decided to use her power to bring back Steve Jobs. Now I'm asking why.
He's a genius in terms of creating product and marketing it.
Mm,
And at a point like he doesn't even need marketing. I used to listen to all his videos, trying to uh, understand how he brought it.
mm,
But I would love to have a coffee with him, dinner, and ask him, how is it possible? Why is people behind this iPhone? I have everything: Mac, AirPod,
wow.
watch, phone.
Yeah.
I'm like changing. So why? How did you do it?
Mm,
Like, it's $1 trillion business.
yeah.
How did you create it? But
Mm,
there is some magic there in how he built the product
right.
and how he marketed it.
Mm,
So I would love that. And I still want to like talk to two people
mm.
who are my role models right now. Is number one is Richard Brunson.
Oh
Richard
yeah.
Brunson, if you're listening, I really want to talk to you.
Richard, if you're listening, please be a guest here in the show.
So, because of the Virgin Group of companies, that's what
Yes.
Tata will be building.
Mm,
So, and also Tata, Ratan Tata. Um, he's one of the business magnate in India, and he has Tata Group of companies, just like
yeah.
Richard Branson. So, both of these people, I would love to meet them.
Wow.
The one beautiful thing about there are so many business magnets having
Yeah.
group of companies, but these people are I'm highlighting because um, the amount of love
Mm,
that they have for the money that's being given by the people to them to
right.
run the companies
Yeah.
is huge. They respect that money.
Mm,
They just want to give back the money to their investors.
love
They
that.
try to run their companies debt free. So that value of people is something I love the most
Wow. I
about
love that. I love, and it
all
shows,
of my
Latha,
friends.
being a good friend, a business partner. I've seen how you um, connect and really establish a relationship with the people around you. Maybe in the business, in the office, outside, our industry, experts out there, coaches, speakers, business people. I've seen how you connect and really make an impact. So thank you for that, and thank you, Latha, for being with us here in the show. We've learned a lot. Knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb. You having fun in the part where we play a game. So thank you. Latha, if you have anything that you want to promote, I know you have a lot in store, social media accounts, websites, projects, collaborations, anything. Please do promote. The floor is yours.
I'm sure people can find me on all these platforms, but one thing I wanted to share to all of them is, if you ever are thinking about starting the business, I have learned it and I've made a lot of mistakes. Probably I can tell you some things that you can avoid tons of your mistakes by yourself. So, always there to help. Um, Let me know if you need any help starting anything. Yeah, that's all.
There you have it, guys. If you want to bring your business to the next level, guys, people on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, Google, everywhere, please do connect with Latha. I'm sure she can help you in your journey towards success. Have in mind, guys, have a positive outlook in life. Smile. God bless. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Latha. God bless you all. This is an amazing episode here on the Creative Talk Podcast with me, Jan Santos, and the amazing Latha. Love you. God bless. Bye. Whoop, whoop.